How do we protect ourselves from the fitnah of Dajjal? We're almost done with Dajjal. Number one, Iman. Number one, Iman. Don't wait until Dajjal comes to build your Iman. You will not be able to. Because one hadith that three things, when they appear, if a soul does not have Iman, their Iman will not do them any good. Three things, if they appear, if the heart does not have Iman, then no Iman would do them any good after that. And one of them is Dajjal, and we'll talk about the other two. So when Dajjal comes, if you don't already have Iman, whatever Iman you develop after that will not help you. It's going to be too late. Iman needs to be prepared prior to the time of Dajjal. Because when Dajjal comes out, it's going to be too late to develop Iman then. And even if you did develop, it's not going to do any good. Therefore, it needs to be developed early on. And we already have the warnings. Number two, isti'adah. You seek refuge in Allah from Dajjal. Rasulullah ﷺ, one of the dua that he would say after salah, and some of the scholars said that this dua is wajib in salah. Some of them, not all of them. But they said that it's wajib because Rasulullah ﷺ used to make this dua so frequently after at-tashahhud and before salah. Allahumma inna a'udhu bika min adhabi jahannam, wa min adhab al-qabr, wa min fitnat al-mahya wal-mamat, wa min fitnat al-masih al-dajjal. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from hellfire. I seek refuge in you from punishment of the grave. I seek refuge in you from the fitnah, the trials of life and death. And I seek refuge in you from Dajjal. And Rasulullah ﷺ used to say this dua after tashahhud and before salah. And he used to repeat it so many times, and it is worthy for us to repeat it always. Number three, to read the opening of Surah Al-Kahf, or the last part of Surah Al-Kahf. يقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم في حديث مسلم فمن أدركه منكم فليقرأ عليه فواتح سورة الكهف. Whoever sees him of you, then read on him the opening of Surah Al-Kahf. Why the opening of Surah Al-Kahf? Why do you think the opening? Now there's no hadith to explain it, I'm just getting your thoughts. Why do you think the opening of Surah Al-Kahf? That could be one of the reasons. Now there's no definitive answer, but that could be one reason. It is because the first ayah is the book has been revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But also Allah alam, one of the reasons I think specifically the first ayat of Surah Al-Kahf talk about the story of who? The story of Ashab al-Kahf. And what is the story of the people of the cave? The young men of the cave. So they ran away. They left the fitnah. They did not confront it. Usually we should confront evil. As Muslims we are ordered to confront evil, to fight evil, to stamp it out. That's why we have jihad in Islam. But the young men of the cave, they did not confront it, they ran away from it. They left their people, they left the whole society. Why? Because the fitnah was too great for them to confront. The fitnah was so huge that they would have lost themselves, lost their own iman. Whenever you feel danger on yourself, then you need to flee and protect yourself first. It is responsibility on every one of us to make sure that we, yourself, is protected first. So they fled away because the king and the whole people are non-believers and they're not accepting the da'wah. So they went away, and where did they go? They went to a mountain, they went in a cave. SubhanAllah, notice the similarities. Rasulullah ﷺ says, if any of you hears about the Dajjal, never go to meet him. Why? Rasulullah ﷺ says, because you go meeting him thinking that you are a mu'min, you are a believer, and you would leave the meeting as a non-believer because of the doubts that he puts in your heart. And then Rasulullah ﷺ says, and people are going to run away from him on the tops of mountains. Very similar to the story of the young men of the cave. Allah Alam, that's the thought that I had, and one similarity. Because it seems very similar, that these young men, they fled, why? To protect their religion, to preserve their deen. And they were so few in number, they could not confront the whole society. And in the time of Dajjal, the whole world will follow him. Who are you going to fight? The whole world is following Dajjal. And his fitnah is so much that even you are not going to be able to handle it, let alone fight Dajjal. Therefore Rasulullah ﷺ said, flee. Don't meet him. Don't go and see Dajjal. Because of all of the fitan, because all of the deception that he has. He is called Dajjal, the imposter. the false, the liar, the biggest liar that the world has ever seen. He has so much power and ability to deceive. Rasulullah ﷺ said, don't confront him. And then people are going to go and run away from him on top of mountains. Now you might say, well, how about this man who went to meet a Dajjal? I mean, that's an exalted example of Iman. Not everybody has the Iman of this young man. Rasulullah ﷺ said that he is the best of his time. Not everybody has that Iman. And people are going to fall into the trap. So if you fear for your safety, then leave. Then leave. Then leave. Then leave.